Well, hello dear viewers and welcome to my channel. This is Wolf and today I will talk about timeline and history of Ultima games. In the first video I will talk about prehistory and the Age of Darkness. Little bit of a disclaimer here, both of these time periods are not exactly well documented and they do not have any dating either, so I will do my best to relay the information. 700,000 years before events of Ultima 1, a mage named Zog communicated with ancient race called Wisps, who considered themselves information brokers. Wisps taught Zog the Armageddon spell, on the condition that he would never cast it. Unfortunately, curiosity got better of Zog, and he cast the spell, wiping out all life in Caesarea, dying himself shortly after this. It is unknown how the life got restored in Caesarea. 3,000 years before foundation of Britannia, Cult of Truth was founded by the magic users who concentrated on defensive magic and clerical spells. Their prophet, Alizar Canon, wrote Ancient Liturgy of Truth, which basically is Book of Prophecies and clerical spells. Somewhere around this time, the island of Ambrosia was struck by multiple meteors which destroyed their main city, and soon after Ambrosia was abandoned by its settlers. Short time after this, humans drove all the Cyclopses underground. During unspecified date, legendary king and the mage Wolfgang is born. Wolfgang had two sons. Name of the first one is unknown, but second one was named Mundane. Mundane was a very cruel young man. To fix his attitude, his father sends him to an abbey. A mysterious youth arrives from Earth's British Isles to Caesarea through a blue moon gate. He meets the local man Shamino, who dubs him British. Wolfgang prepares a gift for his son Mundane to celebrate his return from the abbey. A ruby gem that harvests power of the sun. But Mundane had other plans. At the age of 15, he killed his father and took the ruby. Mundane uses ruby gem against itself, creating Gem of Immortality and starting the Age of Darkness. Mundane creates many monsters to take over the world. Young British raises to power after winning numerous skirmishes against Mundane. Earning nickname Champion of White Light, British drives Mundane and his forces to dungeons, taking half of Mundane's kingdom, Kingdom of Akalabas, gaining titles Lord British and Protector of Akalabas. During this time, mysterious hero appears, killing monsters throughout Akalabas, earning title of Knight. Because of Mundane's deeds, magic is outlawed in many parts of Caesarea. Shamino becomes king in the lands of danger and despair. He arranges betrothal between himself and daughter of King of White Dragon, Beatrix, but marriage does not happen because he leaves to assist Lord British against Mundane's evil forces, promising Beatrix that he would return. Somewhere during this time, Minax is born. At the age of 11, she becomes Mundane's apprentice. While she's still very young, she becomes Mundane's consort. At this time, Exodus is conceived. The stranger arrives to Britannia through special moon gates called Siege Perilous. The stranger starts his fight against Mundane, collecting 4 gems from 4 kings of Caesarea. He uses them to power up the time machine, which stranger uses to travel to neutral time and attack Mundane, killing him and destroying Gem of Immortality. Unfortunately, 3 shards scatter from Jam and disappear. Mundane's death causes Third of Cesaria to disappear, leaving Lord British's lands alone. Mundane might have planned to do this to isolate Lord British and take over rest of the lands without opposition. Shamino is unable to return to lands of danger and despair. Castle of White Dragon and Shamino's lands are attacked by goblins. Without Shamino to defend it, Land of Danger and Despair falls very quickly. Beatrix, thinking that her lover abandoned her, dies of broken heart, grief-struck by death of his daughter and what he thought to be the Shamino's betrayal. King of White Dragon goes mad, killing everyone in his castle before committing suicide. After Mundane's death, Time Doors appear in Cesaria. 10 years later, fully grown Minax travels to era outside of time, the time of legends. Trying to track down the stranger and take revenge, she messes up timelines. Here we actually have dates, but all of these events take place outside of normal timeline, and they happen on Earth. In 1990 AD, in New San Antonio, Stranger gets the magic quicksword after breaking out a prisoner. In 2112 AD, he gets spaceship in Pirate Harbor, USSR, to travel to Planet X and get blessing from Father Antos. Then he goes back to New San Antonio in 1990 AD to get a magic ring. After this, Stranger goes to Time of Legends, killing Minax in Castle of Shadowguard. The flow of time resumes to normal after this. Manuscript is found in Castle of Shadowguard, telling of Mundane and Minax's love affair and their offspring. 20 years after Minax's defeat, Isles of Fire rise up from the seas. Monsters start attacking cities, and pirate ships started attacking and sinking all other ships, crippling commerce of Cesaria. Exodus rips out Balan's serpent from ethereal void and bounds it to guard the entrance of his castle. The land of danger and despair, now renamed Serpent Isles and dominated by Ophidian culture, gets dragged into War of Imbalance, a war fought between forces of order and forces of chaos. Chaos Serpent dies, which results in destruction of Ophidian civilization. A ghost ship is found in the seas of Cesaria, with Exodus written on it with blood. Lord British commissions people to map out Castle of Fire. This is the time when Time Lord, disguised as Hawkwind, discovers how moongates function. But unfortunately, before he's able to share this information, he is badly wounded outside of Castle British. Shamino returns after mapping Castle of Fire. This experience drives him temporarily insane. The Stranger returns to Cesaria. He recruits 3 adventurers. The Stranger finds Time Lord in bottom of Dungeon of Time. The Time Lord gives him information about 4 cards, which Stranger recovers from newly rediscovered Isles of Ambrosia. The Stranger and his companions destroy Exodus. This, unfortunately, would cause destruction of many cities and rearrangement of many lands. Probably because Exodus lost control of the mechanism which he used to rise Isles of Fire from the sea. Exodus's commanders rally leftover forces to face Caesarian forces in the final battle. The battle, which later will be named as Battle of Bloody Plains, results in deaths of thousands from both sides, but at the end of the day, Exodus's forces will be eradicated. This ends first part of my video series about full timelines of Ultima Universe. The second part will be about Age of Enlightenment, which, fortunately for us, is far better documented. So, I will be back to talk about Age of Enlightenment very shortly. And shout out to my brand new subscribers, Donald Messon, Octabatch, and Sriel3523. Thanks for subscribing. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment. Thank you very much.